Hello, and welcome to my first stream of the coronavirus isolation feature vlog commentary or vlog. I intend to make these series of vlogs so that I can have a reference point in regards to if I'm down 20, 30 years down the line, I can relate to this content and see how I survived and understood the crisis what was happening. So to describe who am I? So essentially, I'm a biomedical science student in my first year. I am 24, so technically I'm a mature student. And essentially, the coronavirus has affected everything. Um, Not only has it affected my education in the sense that I have no exams and they've been cancelled, so I have literally nothing to do in the context of education for this academic year. In addition, what essentially is happening is I have um, literally no way of living a normal life, as they say. So, because of the coronavirus and because the government had decided that it's adequate for them to restrict the flow of people by putting everyone on kind of like a curfew a lockdown, essentially. So, you can only go out for an exercise an hour a day. You can only go to to the essential services like the post office or shopping or the bank. But besides that, you can't really do anything. You can't see your friends or anything like that. And the government decided to do it because essentially we just don't have enough beds for the people that are sick. So what happened in the last 10 years is the Tory government has literally cut the number of beds, I think by 30%, 40%, that's the figure. And as with the coronavirus, what's happening is that people who are vulnerable to the most adverse kind of symptoms, which is like pneumonia or chest infection. So, and you don't want to be in a position where the NHS is overwhelmed. So the government decided, well, the best thing we can do is reduce the transmission rates of the virus. So less people get the virus as a whole for a given point of time to reduce the stress on the NHS, which is actually understandable and actually a fair thing to do. But it does mean that life is boring. Um, it is for me a bit of a particularly unique kind of situation where literally I'm by myself. So as you can see, I'm in my university apartment. It's fairly messy, so I'm just going to show you the nice part, and that's even messy as well. I blame the other guys for that. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but you've got a bottle, and the bottle is from a guy that was there before. So blame I blame him for that, not me. But if you see all the services and everything, it's disgusting. And essentially, I literally I live in a like hall of flats, and literally like five people, and I'm the only one that's left. So it's pretty boring. I don't have anyone to speak to. I don't have anyone to like talk to, and the only people I can talk to are essentially on the phone or on a Zoom call, which is the service. I don't know whether that will exist in the future, but essentially it's a platform where people can kind of video message each other. And so yeah, I mean it is quite or bit boring in that sad, lonely, boring in that context. What I decided to do today is actually have a schedule. So I have a diary, and then I said I would do are you doing some connect questions or some anatomy questions? Sorry, do some you know send an email or construct an email to an opportunity in regards to working for the NHS. And then three, I think there was like write something, which now has spurred into a vlog, which I don't actually is better. And then four was, I've got a book club and I need to send messages to my members that actually we're not going to have ongoing sessions in person. I should have done this before, but I for some reason didn't do it. So in that context, you know, I've been fairly successful. Um, I do what I've been doing to keep myself not busy, and well, not busy. Sorry, busy is actually or sane is um, I've gone on YouTube so long. I don't know how many hours I've spent on YouTube. My God, it's probably a lifetime. And then I've played PlayStation 4. Played Red Dead last week, completed it, got two games, The Last of Us and Uncharted 4. I played a game of Call of Duty today, which was, I don't know, it was did fairly well actually. I'm beginning to try, I'm still have hesitation towards the game because I've always had that emotional attachment to it. Like, I know I'm crap, but for some reason I treat like every game's really serious. And I know I won't do well in it, but I just do. I just feel that way. So in that kind of in that kind of that's kind of how I've been dealing with it. And I do hope the schedule that I have and the diary that I have for this week or for the following weeks, how long we're under this, I do feel to stick it on because I do like, the idea of writing something down and just taking it off the list. And after this whole session, I've got a phone call with my nieces, hopefully, and speak to my cousin, see how he's doing, and hopefully I'll speak to my aunt as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm trying to kind of come to terms with this. Life does still go on. You still got things to do. You have to do something anyways. But you do see the impact of the situation and the crisis. You do see less people in the streets. You do see probably people. I think people right now are beginning to understand the importance of connection and people, and I think that's something that all of us, our shared experience, will have at the end is we all connected and developed really close relationships or made relationships stronger and closer. I mean, at my point of my life, I feel sometimes I don't connect as much with people, and now I'm beginning to see people more open to it. And so that I can use this as an opportunity to actually, um, really like, learn and connect, and stuff. I did do a walk today, and it took me an hour. So I went from here to West Drayden, Oxbridge to West Drayden, and it was an hour and a bit, and that was a bit tough. I did feel a bit on the legs and the quads, but not had a home routine yet for the exercise. And all I've been doing is eating pizza, which is not a good thing. I know I love pizza, but it's not a good thing. Um, Generally speaking, like how I feel about the future and stuff, it's just I know we're going to get over this. I know people are going to die, and I hope I don't know people that are going to die because I don't want to be affected like that. But I do see that it's a difficult time for everyone. People, you only value things. You value things when things are really don't happen. That's when or when you're like going outside or going to the cinema or meeting someone. Like you only value things like you only value them when you don't have them. And I think that's something that I learned from this crisis. And I also like to learn that I was able to grow as a person. And I think a lot of people will be growing when they're under isolation, but a bit more comfortable with themselves. And I think being in isolation will allow people, or myself anyways, an opportunity to learn and do things that I wouldn't normally done. And that's what I really want to like do, like learn something new. Um, and so yeah, I hope that gives an insight of how I'm surviving and how what the predicament is today. I like to do further videos explaining what the virus is, hopefully, and I'm reading a book, so on the Kindle. Actually, I'll share it with you. It's um, it's called Pale Rider by Aura Spinney, The Spanish Flu of 1918 and How It Changed the World. So it's a really good book. It's written really well, and it's basically about the Spanish influenza. So killed about, say, I mean, estimates from 60 to 100 million or of that variation. It killed more people than it did in the both of the wars. And again, I believe, they're conservative estimates because, again, we didn't have the model of data collection then as we have now. And even now, it's not coronavirus. How we're responding to now and how they were responding it then and how they were reacting then. And it's just interesting to know. Like there were restrictions, there were people were limited, people did die, people knew someone that died, and and the book's just written amazingly. So yeah, I think maybe sharing about what I learned from that book with my future audience, if there is well, Song of Music or the Sound of Music. And I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.